All right, so what we want to do today is use Tableau and Power BI um, together for series of visualization. Okay, let's bring in the data. It's going to be a CSV file. So for Tableau, you go to uh, test file. So it's sitting in here. So this is the file I want to bring in. Okay, so that's the file is connected to the file. You can rename if you want. You can rename here if you want. And then it's asking to go to worksheet. So we'll go to this worksheet. All right. Let me go back a bit to the data source. Um, Here you can actually see the different views here. It's telling you the number of rows you have with 38 fields. That there are 38 columns in there. Okay, so let's go to the worksheet. So in the worksheet area, um, I could take some time to explain what the data is about. Um, it's a pipeline data with different stages um, of the pipeline. So yeah, let's look at the data itself. Let's work with the regional territory. For example, if I double click here, then you see that the regional territories as arranged here, and then let's pick a number. I know the data, so um, I'll just walk through. I just want to show you visualization, how it works in Tableau and in Power BI. Not so much of the analysis and the what the data is telling us. Okay, it's just visualization. I want to work here. All right. So let me use the total price converted. If I double click, Tableau automatically put the numbers here. All right. So in the regional territory here, this figure has no regional territory. Okay, so let's further divide this into their cell status. Let's look at the status of the cell. So I double clicked that. So once I double click the status, it then helped to split them into columns, while the regional territory is in rows. Okay, so you see that. So if I click on this view here, it kind of break it down into this visual. Okay, so I can pick on another visual. All right, so you have different visualization. All right, now let's so that's simple to do, but we can decide to have the visualization in different formats. uh, let's put in the status on the column and then regional territory in the row. Okay, um, sorry, the other way. All right, so I have the status on the rows and the regional territory in the column. So you can swap depending on how you want to see them. So let me return them. Okay. Now, one other thing I can do as well is I can decide to say, you know what, um, you see this most likely here. I want to know the figure, okay, the total um, price converted. This data is from Salesforce, so we use this price converted is converted from whichever currency, local currency it is, into US dollars. So that's what you have here. Okay, so as now looking at the status, you have closed, lost, close one, and open. Okay, so the open is or funnel that is open, all right, or pipeline that is open, all right. So they could be in different stages of this open opportunity or open pipeline. Um, so if you want to also look at stages, let's create another one. So click on this worksheet and let's use the stages right now. Stage, okay, and then put the total price converted. So these are the stages, and then let's break them into regional territory. So for APAC, you have the close one for APAC, 36.5 million. Okay, that's what you have for APAC for close one, right? So let's look at the close one for APAC. See in here, 36.5. All right. So that's the stage. Okay. So um, let's look at the status here. We know we've put stage in here, so let's group that into, let's see how that works. Bring status in there. Okay, so we grouped, we can see closed lost, all the closed lost here. um you won't really see any, you shouldn't see close one stage in a closed lost. Well, I can see something here that is telling me a story. Okay, I need to investigate that. It's beautiful. I'm not supposed to see anything in there. Um, in open pipeline, those that are open, I shouldn't see also closed ones there because they are closed. Once they are closed, they are closed, right? So this is a good story to tell. Okay, I mean it's beautiful. So now let's check um, how we can. Let's look at Power BI to see how this is also represented in Power BI. Okay, okay, so let's bring the data. If I choose Excel, you won't see the data in Excel if you use this one. Why? Because the source file is a CSV file. Okay, it's CSV file. If it's a CSV file in Tableau, you use text file to pull the data. The text file connector. Now we use the same things. If you see a CSV, we use the text stroke CSV. So that's the one we're going to use. Click that, and that brings you to CSV. It's a CSV file. Okay, so click open. Okay, um, yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, that's it. CSV file to give you this format. The data type detection, 200 rows. If you can decide to say, you know what, I want for the entire data set. Check the data type for the entire data set. You can decide the data. The delimiter is comma. So would you don't load? If you load it to go straight back into Power BI here. Okay. So we do transform data. Okay. It's coming back to the Power Query editor. So it brings you to the Power Query editor, as you can see. So this is the query area. You can rename the file, double click. You can rename if you want, or you come here to rename. If you rename, it will change the name here as well. If you rename here, to change the name here. So they work, and then you can either use this or use that. Okay. And if you don't see your query setting pane here, assume it's gone, for example, you can find it. Now let's look for it. Come to view. Okay, see the query settings. So that will bring back this one. So this is the Power BI. So it's brought us into the Power Query editor. Um, you see, it automatically have changed a whole lot here. Created data type. Change type means the data type here. Okay, it automatically changed. This is how it was before. Okay, these are these are what you got initially. I'm just scrolling to see if there's anything um, different. Okay, like last stage, let's see. how it's converted that. Go to change data type, last stage. Okay, it's still showing the text, so we might manually have to um, effect some changes ourselves. So the one I'm really interested in is sales um, order date. Okay, sales order date. Let me go back to home. Is the sales order date. If I want to choose a column, come to choose, go to column. So I'm looking for the sales order date. So it's right here. So this is not in alphabetical. So let's put it um, in alphabetical order. So I can. So I want to go to sales order date. Okay. So click OK. So that takes me right to sales order date. Okay. So the date, let me see. Yeah, the date is just ABC. So I would love this to change it to a date format because I would like to use the date format. So let's change it to date. See, um, add new step. If I had new step, it would change it to the additional step. Replace. Replace means it to replace what was initially there. Okay, so it just replaces. But it's showing error. Okay, and I don't really want that. So now you can't really do Control Z. Let me try. Let me try Control Z. Yeah, Control Z won't work. All right. So that's one thing with the Power Query editor. So let me. It's showing me error, and I would have loved to go back. If I go back and just pick text where it was before, let's see, replace current. Yes, it's going back to where it was initially. So if I click um, date again, and as I add a new step, okay, adding a new step, you can there are errors in there. So we need to find a way to resolve that, okay, because the date is not showing us date. Okay, so we get that resolved later. Let's leave that, and then um, I'm going to apply. Okay, I'm going to apply. Okay, apply. We go take it um, to the desktop. So the query. Let's minimize this one. It's now on the desktop. So remember, I want to show you what I did in in Tableau here. So let's remind ourselves what we've done. First, we brought the regional territory and we use the status. Okay, so let's do the same thing in Power BI and see what we're going to get. Okay, so if I double click, all right, on without selecting any visual, let's see what's going to give us. Um, regional territory. This is regional. I'm going to double click that. I've double clicked that. Okay, see, it's just telling me to rename. Okay, so in Power BI, drag it, just drag into this pane. All right, what's it telling me? It's not giving any information. It doesn't give any information. Okay, I'll take map and field maps. Okay, so I'll take that away, delete that. Okay, territory region. Okay, so because of the data it's saying, it's looking at it like a map because there's a park in there. So Power BI is trying to um, automatically sense or check the data, and then it's trying to put it in the map. Okay, so that's the problem we've got now. It's trying to put it inside the map for you. But you know what? Let me help it. Let me put it in the table. Okay, let me help and put it in the table. Otherwise, it's going to take us some time. Okay, I've picked the table. All right, so um, let's use the total price in the. So this is what we have. So let's check what we, and then we can bring in status as well. The status, I can click that. See, okay, this is what I have for, this is how Power BI is showing me. Then in this column area, I can rearrange things. Okay, I can bring this in here. Okay, and if I don't like that, let me try the matrix. That looks better. Okay, the matrix looks better. Um, Almost giving us similar view like we have in here. Okay, so in here, you see the view we have territory, closed, lost, close one, open. Okay, and then we can decide to remove this if we want. Okay, so that's what you see in Power BI. Let's see the other one in Tableau and how it looks. Okay, so in Tableau, we've added stage to it. Okay, and let's see if we can replicate something like this in Power BI. Let's just have a try. Status stage, right? Okay, um, status stage. So let's open a new page. All right, and let's use the metrics again, and then put in the regional territory. Let's put the status. Let's put in stage, and then let's bring in the. I'll come back to that. Let's bring the total price, the figure. So now this is what you have inside of. So it's bringing. If you look at here, stage is brought stage under territory. But let me change it. I want to bring territory to column and then move status up there. So this is how I really want it. Yeah, to give us same view as we have in Tableau. So let's look at Tableau. Let's bring in Tableau and see to see what we've got. Okay, this is the Tableau view. That's Tableau view. Right, Tableau view. You see, you've got status, the stage wrapped inside the status, and then you have the territory. So almost similar, isn't it? Yeah. And if we so decide to um, put them in table, if I click the table, the it will spread them out in different rows. I think the matrix looks better. Okay, so that's the visualization between Tableau and Power BI, and we can do a whole lot more slice and dice. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you.